Hello, this is Lakshmi Kantiwari. Earlier we have seen ADC code generation for STM32F4 discovery board using STM32CubeMX, and now we are going to utilize that project in interfacing of ADC and DAC together on STM32F4 discovery board. As you know here, as you can see here, we have already done ADC initializations and reading of ADC value. Now we need to add extra code for our DAC, where we will generate code for a DAC. First of all that we need to add DAC module in our STM32CubeMX. Okay, so here you can see it has a single DAC with two channels. So let's select the first ADC that is multiplexed with the PA4. Okay, and then come to the configuration tab. Into configuration tab you can see the DAC, okay, PA4, and GPIO mode is the analog. We do not need to change anything here. Into parameter settings, leave everything as it is. Okay, so just we need to regenerate our code here, so it will add extra DAC module in our code, and just update it. Fine. So here you can see it has added extra module here for ADC one initializations and the DAC initializations, and in the function module you can also see the DAC file has been added here. So we need to start DAC and conversion. Okay, so what we can do here, first of all that we need to call a function DAC start. Okay, so here what we can do, at this place we can call hall DAC start. It will initialize our DAC. Okay, so handle for DAC. Okay, and then we need to initialize, means start DAC. It is channel number 1. Okay, so there are two DAC. Fine, DAC channel 1, DAC channel 2. Okay, no problem. Fine, and next one, now we need to call hall DAC set value. You can find here. So, okay, where we need to give a handle of DAC and channel number and alignments. Okay, and data. So here we can set hall underscore DAC and then set value. So first the handle for DAC and then DAC channel, that is 1, and then DAC alignment. Okay, that is 12-bit into right alignment. Okay, there are two alignment, right and left alignment, so here we need right alignment, and then ADC value. Okay, so now let's compile it. Okay, it will take a little bit time. Then after compilation, what we can test our code directly. So here you can see I have added only these two lines for the DAC start and a DAC set value. I think something is wrong here, and I didn't get some header files or DAC handle something. So what we can do here, we can regenerate a code and it will fix that problem. Okay, just close it and update. Fine, so now let's wait for a few seconds. It will compile it and then we can test our code directly into the debug mode. So here you can see it will run into the while one loop, and it will introduce some delay, around a 300 millisecond delay because of this Hall delay, and it will also add some extra overhead. Because of that, it will take some time to start the ADC, and it will take time for 15 clock cycle to fall for conversion, and then reading up the ADC value and then setting to the DAC value. So it will add a little bit extra delay overhead, that means more than 300 millisecond. So let's come into the debugging mode and see what can be possible. Let's see ADC and DAC internal register value. Before that, we need to set some settings here. All settings are fine, and the flash download is also fine, so I don't know why those errors came, but let's do one more time. Okay, that is working fine, so it must enter into the debug mode. Okay, fine. So into the when we enter into the debug mode, we can see into the ADC and DAC together. So what we can do here, we can call DAC. Fine, where is DAC? It is ADC. You are DAC, yes. So into the DAC, DHR12, that is the registers which we are setting, which will produce the output at the DAC port. And here into the watch window, what we can do, we can see ADC value into the watch window. Just right click your mouse and add this value into watch 1. Here it is hexadecimal, and here now let's run our code. Okay, it is running and it is actually setting, but it is not reflecting directly here into the live. What we can do, we can come into the main and add a breakpoint here, and then we will go here. Okay, see here, these values are changing. Okay, 37 now this 37 will go to DAC. See, 37, now it is 33, now it will go to the DAC. Fine. So that means our this program is working. Now we can see this into live mode also, into our oscilloscope and the function generator. But before that, we need to set means the low delay here, otherwise we will get a means something like distorted wave at the output of the DAC. Now upload this code into STM32F4 discovery board. Okay, so that's all for this video tutorial. In this tutorial we have learned how to initialize ADC and the DAC, and thanks for watching this tutorial. Stay tuned for next tutorial. We will do some UART communication programming in next tutorial, and if you have any problem, just comment below. And for more tutorials you can visit www.kgptalkie.com. Thanks for watching.